Story of Jan Koum, the WhatsApp founder.
A young immigrant stood in this line for 3 hours just to get $40 worth of food stamps. He was broke, he was lonely, and the world didn't even know his name. But exactly 22 years later, he drove back to this same building in a Porsche to sign a deal worth $19 billion. This isn't just a story of luck. It's a masterclass in how to use a boring job to build a global empire. Meet Jan Koum. Unlike the typical college dropout founder, Jan didn't rush into a startup. He did the opposite. He took a salary job at Yahoo as an infrastructure engineer. For 9 years, he didn't launch a company. He didn't chase fame. He stayed in the shadows, collected his paycheck, and lived a simple life. While others were spending their salaries on flashy cars, Jan was building his assets. He was buying the only thing that matters in business. In 2009, Jan finally decided to move on. He applied for a job at the world's hottest startup, Facebook. They rejected him. He applied at Twitter. They rejected him too. Imagine being an engineer for nearly a decade and being told you aren't good enough for a cubicle. Most people would have spiraled. But Jan had his salary assets to fall back on. He didn't need their permission to build his own future. He used his savings to start WhatsApp, but for the first few months it was a complete disaster. The app crashed constantly. No one was using it. Jan was so frustrated he almost quit. He told his partner, "I'm done. I need to go back and get another job." But because he had worked those 9 years at Yahoo, he had the financial runway to stay in the game just a little bit longer. He waited, he tweaked the code, and then the world changed. In 2014, the same company that rejected him for a job, Facebook, realized their mistake. They didn't just want Jan, they needed him. They bought WhatsApp for $19 billion. Jan insisted on signing the papers on the front door of the very office where he used to collect food stamps. He never quit because he used his salary to buy the freedom to fail. Your job isn't a prison, it's your first investor. Start building.
If you're working a job you hate, remember Jan. Use your salary to buy your freedom. Subscribe for more stories.